Welcome to the Podium Live, giving you an inside look at some of the best football coaches and players around the world. Our goal at the Podium is to help athletes and coaches sign contracts with teams across the globe. If you're an athlete or coach and you're looking to play anywhere in the world, make a free account today at thepodium.com. I'm your host, Vincent Pervis, Texas boy, living in Finland now, talking to different players around the world. Today we have an awesome show for you guys. Have a really awesome guy coming up, a Swedish guy who's played American football for the last 12 years. He's spent a lot of time in the States as well as internationally. I actually got to know this guy because I seen him playing in the Maple League in Finland, and he's an awesome linebacker. His name is Joshua Akena, and now I'm going to try to add him to this link so he can come on to the show. I'm working with stuff. Welcome to the show, Joshua Akena.
Thanks. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Just trying to make it out here in Finland. Josh, we're going to get right into it. I think you have a really awesome story. You're from Sweden. You've spent time in the States. You've come back. You're also playing football at a very high level. You're on the Swedish national team. I didn't get to brag about you as much as I wanted to before I introduced you, but now I will. Dynamic linebacker. First time I saw this guy, I thought he was the American import on this team because he was that impactful for the Warsaw Royals back in 2016. Last year, you spent time with the Uppsala 86ers in Sweden. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So, Josh, first thing I want you to tell us about is tell us how 2017 went for you guys at Uppsala and how the season went for you personally.
Well, as everybody knows, we were in the NEFL in the beginning, faced off Helsinki Roosters. Played a pretty snowy, pretty cold game in a typical Finnish weather. Played pretty well, I think, but we still had to figure some things out. This was before our actual season started. By the second time we faced them, which was a few games in to our season in Sweden, we lost our quarterback got hurt through missed assignments, and from there on pretty much just went downhill. I'm not gonna lie. We had some shining moments where it was kind of good and it was looking really good, but we were working pretty much the whole season without a quarterback. So basically, we were relying on the defense and special teams for the rest of the season.
That's interesting. You say you guys pretty much didn't have a quarterback. I mean, I've seen you play. You're a pretty dynamic guy. You didn't ever think about getting back there, throwing a couple of
I mean, flag football, I've been known to throw the ball, but no, not for this. I even offered myself to go on offense. Didn't really until the end of it. But during the season, we had up to 4 different guys throwing the ball. So we're still trying to figure out how to actually work and try to make our offenses you have to guess as much as possible when it came to our offense. Hold on, something happened with the charge over here. 1 second.
No problem. Got to fix that charger, man.
Yeah, man. Seriously. There you go. It got unplugged. So, yeah, basically, we were just trying to figure out, because our defense was pretty solid. We had a bunch of players come back to Uppsala. We were just trying to figure out our offense, basically. So our defense carried it a lot. And as our defense got to carry it, after my time in Vasa, I got to play a lot more physical football. So once I could bring that with me back to Sweden and just started, just playing ball.
Well, speaking about that, bringing that physical aspect to you, what are a couple of things you picked up playing football in different places that's kind of contributed to your game? Like I said, when I first noticed you, I thought you were an American because that's how well you played the game. You have a different type of athleticism and definitely a different swagger to you. You know what I mean when I say swagger.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Of certain players, when they get out there, you're like, this dude knows he can ball, and that's what he's trying to do. And you have that to you. Is there like anywhere specific or anything you did that like contributed to like creating this like atmosphere for you?
I would say the time in the States definitely shaped me a lot. Because us Swedes were kind of reserved. It's not really like we can play football pretty well, but it's just we don't really have that swagger put into it. But when I went for my high school year in the States, I got to play more, like faster, stronger, more physical football, which actually made it a lot like everything was so much slower in Sweden that in the States it was just so fast. So that when I got back, I could just it was pretty much like Matrix. Everything just slowed down. It was pretty funny actually to see everything just going baby speed. And then I went to college where we got a lot more swag going on and a lot more physical play because I played with people who are now in the NFL. And, it's just a complete different speed and understanding of the game and also a breakdown of the game. So that definitely helped me when it came to making my own decisions and just being more intuitive in my play.
All right, Josh. So now you guys finish your season with the Uppsala 86ers. What's your plans for the offseason? Like, what are you doing to stay in shape? Are you planning on going back internationally? What's the offseason plans for you? I mean, I know you're at work right now, so you got to
I'm actually at work. I took over the boss's office right now. He'll probably be happy about that. But right now I'm just like working out, trying to put in I'm trying to figure out how to work on my body to be more resilient throughout the season and actually last a full season. Because last season took a extra toll on me. As I said, our offense wasn't really as present as much, so our defense and special teams picked up the slack. And a long season, you get hurt after a while. So I managed to stay healthy, thank God, and I could just do my thing. So I'm just trying to figure out different ways to stay, just preventative workouts and, just trying to stay ready for next season.
Have you thought about doing like yoga or Pilates?
Oh, I definitely do yoga. Yoga and stretch. I actually put on the, smooth tunes and just stretch it out and do some yoga. Picked that up when I was in Finland, actually, of all places. We went to, I forgot what the place is called. But they had a whole yoga studio, and me and a couple players used to sit in there and just follow this instructor. So definitely still do those moves. Just stay lean and try to, stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the plan, man. You got to stay healthy. It's a long season, even though, I mean, it's not an NFL long season. Luckily, those guys, poor bastards. Yeah. but you know how it is. Like, you guys playing football internationally, you pretty much lose your summers.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand that out here. Especially, I don't know if you have any kids or anything, but guys that are playing locally and they have kids, their summer vacation, they miss a lot of time with those kids playing football. When that off season hits, it's very easy to just be like, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I give myself like a solid month, 2 months, but then it's like you got to get back on it and at least try to do something. So at least try to as the winter's coming, it's Swedish weather's pretty horrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. Like
I'm in Finland. Like this is the hardest part right now. It's November.
It's like the motherland of cold. I don't know, but exactly. So I'm just trying to do even the little things, just walking some more, and it's like instead of taking the elevator, just take stairs. So I'm just trying to do everything I can to just stay healthy. And now I'm still trying to figure out my plan for the next upcoming season. I've spoken to a few teams, but nothing's really set yet.
That's awesome, man. You got to have your options open. If you're looking for a linebacker, this dude, Joshua Akena, top notch. I mean, I'm no professional scout, but I know a player when I see one. I mean, he has my respect. That's for damn sure. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to say
that.
Man, we're just trying to have a good time here on the Podium Live.
Yeah,
talking about more stuff with you, man. And like I said, your story is awesome because you're an international player, but you're European born. This is where you're bred, but you've got that opportunity to be able to. You went to the States, learned a little bit more, brought it back. You played in different countries. You played in Finland, learned something there, brought it back. And now what I really want to ask you is, how about the sport in Sweden? We were talking about it earlier before the show about how it's kind of an up and down with the league and the level. But hear from you, like you're the expert on Sweden, not me. Tell us a little bit about like how it is down there with but first of all, with the level of competition, the organization of the league, and how you like it as a whole in comparison internationally.
I would say like Sweden was on the uprise for sure, like in the beginning of 2000, like the 2010s up to like 2014, I'd say. We were supposed to have the World Cup. I don't remember the exact year, but then that whole scandal, not to mention names, but that whole scandal took a big toll on Swedish play. And a lot of players now are just looking to play internationally instead of staying in our own league. A lot of teams have dropped out the top league and gone down in Division 1. And just the quality of play have gone down. Because I would say before, when I was actually in Finland playing in 2016, the main difference between Sweden and Finland would be the way we play. Like Swedish players were just better technically, had more finesse to it, and we were more like a airstrike type football. While Finland was like get down and dirty, just like rough, run the ball. It's complete physical play. So, I mean, I did get myself knocked a couple times when I was over there, but I definitely did knock some people back. It definitely helped my physical play. And when I came back the year after, I didn't change my play at all. So I just came back and played like the way I played in Finland. Even got some of that attitude, and like got to give a shout out to Chris Young, my fellow linebacker out there, who just like helped me find the inner me a bit more and just play more physical football. So that's what I started doing, just playing some more. So the football level in the different countries, it's similar. It's just a little bit different. But right now, I feel like Sweden's on a down slope, which is kind of sad because I see so much potential in the country. But yeah, that's what I would say.
I wouldn't be keeping it real with you if I didn't come at you a little bit here today. Okay, what about that national team game between Finland and Sweden?
Okay. Okay, so I wasn't there. I can't really speak too much on it. The reason why I wasn't there was because I missed football camp because I went to the States for my old roommate's wedding. Mm. So as I missed the camp, I also missed the games. But yeah, they did play. It's the thing. I think it's the physical play, actually, that people are not used to. Jonathan, what's up? So, I mean, it's just that we're just not used to it, and we were on that rise, but then I don't know, something with our mentality just kind of caved throughout the game. As I was watching the game too, and it was kind of sad. I wish I could be out there just fighting with them, because I like the way Finland plays. I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me of Germany. Because I was out in Austria, I think it was 2014, playing in the World Cup, and just it's just a different type of play, and it's great. So I don't mind physical football at all.
What do you think would be a way to kind of catch up in that gap, like for Sweden? Like, what do you think would help you guys kind of be able to match up with a country like Finland, who's basically your neighbor and you play them every year? Like, what do you think would be something that you guys could do over there that could help, like, close that gap?
I'd probably say just like make football in Sweden more attractive. Because right now, the Finnish league has the broadcast, and they broadcast pretty much every game. I feel like this season, right? Mm-hmm. And in Sweden, we just broadcast one game a week, which is, I mean, it's a big step up, but it's still not the Finnish level. It's like Finland's always like a little bit ahead. And so I know a lot of Swedish players like, oh, let's go to Finland because like football's bigger there. And I can't really say I disagree because it really is. It just feels more professional. But also I know that the Swedish league is trying to like make it more lucrative to stay in the league, and it's just a shame that we don't have the support for it.
It's interesting the way this conversation is went because you're definitely giving props to Finland, which is like your sister country.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean they're cool. I didn't like them before I went over there, but my time in Boston did definitely change things. They're pretty cool guys.
I would compare it kind of to like a Germany-Austria situation when it comes to like football, like similar because they're regionally so close, and you have a lot of similarities in your beginnings in the sport, but obviously they're going in different directions, and you obviously get to see what they're doing, they see what you're doing because you're so close and you're so much involved in a lot of things outside of football with each other. So you can actually witness it. It's a little different trying to compare a league in Sweden or Finland to a league in like Austria or Poland.
Yeah.
Because you have almost no similarities to compare it besides the sport. So like if something works in Finland, you assume that it might be able to work in Sweden.
It should work in Sweden, yeah.
Well, yeah, everybody in Finland, SAJL people, you know who I am, but Sweden, what is it? SAFF? Is that the letters?
Correct, yeah.
So yeah, SAFF. I'm calling you out now. I mean, if they can do it in Suomi, I mean, 6 million people, that's the population here. Like,
yeah, and we got almost 10, so.
Yeah, so there's no excuse. I mean, Vincent Pervis calling out the SAFF. Come on, let's do something, man. Let's make this sport great worldwide, you know? Y'all are going to be hearing from me. I'm going to Sweden next season during the game. I'm going to be on somebody's sideline. And I'm going to be that one guy just standing on the sideline talking about make this game great again. You know, that's my nation.
Well, this is the thing, I don't know. It's just like I wish more people, like, I'm not going to lie, like the whole podium and the platform you're giving is pretty dope. There's not much of that in Sweden except for like for younger kids, I guess. Like the 19 awesome. Players have a little nice platform, but like for the senior team, not really.
Yeah, and you know, while he's saying that, if you guys want to, you know, support the Podium, go to recruit.thepodium.com, create a profile, network, man. That's what we're here for. We're trying to make the sport big. It's in Europe. It's been in Europe. I tell people all the time, they've been playing American football in Finland for 35 years. I tell people in Finland this all the time, and they're always shocked. Like, really? And the thing is, people just don't know, and that's because we don't want to know each other. I mean, get on the Podium, check out some articles, network with other players and coaches and teams. A lot of people on our platform actually enjoy just having conversations and meeting new people. I mean, Joshua, you're on there. You've met a lot of new people using the platform. Me and you met through American football.
Exactly.
It's a group that brings people together. So, I mean, there's no reason not to just be a part of the movement, man. That's why we're doing these interviews. There's no end goal to doing a live video. Is that we want you guys to know that this is happening here. You got a guy in Sweden right now. I'm in Finland. We're on the internet live. Recruitthepodium.com. Like, this is what we're doing. It's almost 2018. So I got to come up with a new phrase.
Yeah.
Man. But I got sidetracked. I got really excited.
Okay. Commercial. It was nice. Commercial break.
I went to my commercial break, and then I lost my train of thought. But the next thing I was going to ask you, Josh, was you actually said something about it earlier. You're talking about the culture in Sweden with the sport and stuff. What I wanted to ask, can you give us a little bit of a little in-depth, I want to say like analysis on how the sport is viewed in Sweden? Like, I know that in Europe, it's not the biggest of things. I know in Finland, people don't even know about American football when I ask them. But in Sweden, like you said, like, is it being supported by the league, or are there actual like fans? Like, How many people come to games? Do you do like camps in the off season, things like that?
People started doing camps and stuff. When it comes to just the general public knowing about the game,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they know about American football. The interest for the NFL has gone up by a lot since we have like a lot of podcasts and shows about it, and they also stream they start showing I know a bunch of friends who watch the Super Bowl stay up at ungodly hours to watch the Super Bowl, but then they won't support the locals. Yeah, they're like, wait, there's American football here? I'm like, yeah. Why don't you just watch it? So I'd say the two biggest teams, or the teams with the biggest crowds, are probably Karlstad and Örebro. They have the most actual fan base. In Uppsala, I don't know what happened last season, but we used to have a fan base of at least 800 people, which is a lot for Sweden. And then we declined. I mean, we ended up at maybe 50 people.
50?
50.
Wow.
Don't know exactly. I don't know why, but that's what I'm saying. It started declining, and it's kind of sad, but I hope we'll get back up. So when it comes to people started to do I know there's a cutback. I forgot what it's called. Don't know the promotion here too, but it's cutback to success camp or something like that. Where my friend's actually doing a running back camp, just kind of teaching the basics to younger kids, and we also have football for women, which is also growing a lot. So those are a few things that are growing, for young kids and for women. But for men, it's kind of been stagnant for a while. We need to get back up on it, to be honest.
What you're saying is the next time the Podyum does a breakthrough event, they need to go to Sweden, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
And
yeah.
I'm not saying that we're gonna do it, but I'm just saying this is on the internet now. When you say stuff
it's out there,
it lasts forever.
Forever.
So if someone wants to, shoot the Podyum a message and be like, "Hey, come to Sweden, we're ready." Hey, make it happen, right?
I mean, you guys are looking to grow. We're looking to grow, so
it might make sense. End up doing it might in the future. You got to get more than 50 people to a game, though. I'm just saying.
Seriously, it was kind of
some way.
We did have a problem with let's see, the stadium was booked because the pro soccer team. I'll say soccer, so you'll get it. That's good. But the pro soccer team actually just moved up to the higher league, and they booked the field, so we couldn't really use the stadium. We had to use our own practice field, which may have contributed to our big loss of fans. But it's been on the downward slope for a while. Random
question here.
Absolutely.
Don't y'all have a team that is the same name as one of the soccer teams? That Djurgården, is that the word? I don't know how to say it.
Djurgården? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say it.
Yeah, DIF.
Yeah, IF. I remember the IF.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're not with that team, but just a quick, if you could, are those teams related or some sort of sponsorship or something?
I don't know. I don't really know how that sponsorship works, but I know that it's part of a sports club, and they have hockey, they have soccer, they have handball, floorball. So they just have a bunch of. It's a club that has a bunch of branches in different sports.
Mm-hmm.
So they got football rolling through. I think it was 2007 or 8. I can't really. Don't quote me on the date, but it was some time back.
That's approximately.
Yeah.
That was a tangent. I got to get off these tangents, man.
So they just started. I mean, it's great, honestly. I'm all for it. They should do more of that because they're the ones who have the brand already. So if you're a fan of that club, you'd be more inclined to go watch a football game of it. Why not? I'll support my team and go down and support it.
Yeah. Next thing I was going to ask you, Josh, is okay. We've talked a lot about Sweden football and just how you've been playing different places internationally. So let's get more into actual Joshua Akena right now. I described you as a player on the field who I could mistake for an American import because you play at such a high level in the way you play. But how would you describe your playing style? Like, what type of player are you?
That's a loaded question. I don't know. I really don't know. Because when I play, I just go into like a certain mode. I can't really speak for myself, but I know that I'm pretty versatile. I'd say play with a lot of heart. That's what I would say. To be honest, pretty knowledgeable about the game. Study a lot before the game. Study after the game. And I like to get into people's heads a little bit and just try to play physical as possible. I'm just kind of like a sponge, trying to, adapt the best from everything that I've seen and just put it into motion, basically. So that's the type of player I am. Also, been a leadership type player, and just trying to. I'm just trying to do everything to win and just punish the other team. So, whichever way you can use me in. Whichever way I can find, a strength within us to beat someone else, I will do everything I can to do so. So that's how I would play.
That's awesome. So getting a little bit away from your personal style, when it comes to the game of football, I mean, it takes a lot to be able to play this sport at a high level for a long period of time. Like I said, you've played for over 10 years, which in European standard, that's a really long time. I know we start playing. I've been playing since I was 4, so I have like 20 years of playing the sport, and I'm just at like, I'm not gonna tell you guys how old I am, but I'm up there. But as a European player, you played for like 12 years, so like the thing is, what keeps you going to like continue playing? Like, is there a long-term goal that you're after, or you just continue to play because you love the sport, or has it changed more into a hobby for you? Like, what's your motivation for the game?
Well, in the beginning of my career, it was more of it's a great thing to do, like after school. I'm pretty good at it. But then I started seeing goals where I could actually go to the States and play. Played there for a couple of years, came back here in the summer, played. And then it was just kind of like, I have actually never, ever gotten a gold medal. Ever. So I think that's one of my goals. I feel like I can't really quit until I get a shot at it and just get it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to bring home a ship. So I don't even think I'd retire straight after that. I don't really know, because it's been such a long journey. It's just a part of who I am, and I just get a kick out of seeing running backs laying down miserable. I don't know. I don't know. I just get a kick out of the whole. It's just the whole part. It's the parts like before the game, after the game, the frustrations, the joys. It's just a football life. So my motivation today is, just making the people around me proud, making myself proud, and just putting on for the team.
Well, there's nothing better than having that self-motivation that can keep you going and being able to do it. Like you're playing 10 or more years in Europe, starting at that age, the fact that you're physically alive right now is it's amazing. A lot of European players can't play the sport for this long because it's such a demanding sport. And obviously, like you said earlier, you're keeping up with your body, making sure that you're ready to go every year. You're getting ready for 2018, taking yoga, staying flexible.
Telling you, it's the way of life. That's how longevity. That's the key.
Longevity, and you still want to hurt some running backs. Well,
and quarterbacks. So.
And all offensive players going into the
all
ground.
of them, even linemen, man. Just put them down.
Even linemen. Well, Josh, we appreciate you being on the Podium Live today. Won't bother you. I know you got to get back to work, man.
Yeah, Yeah, got a couple of customers to take care of, so yeah.
Right. Well, this is when we do the promo part. Guys, if you enjoy these live videos, we do them every Tuesday and Thursday normally, but this week has been a little off because in the United States, as you guys know, Thursday was Thanksgiving. So what we did was we actually had an interview on Wednesday, and then we had Josh on here today, Friday, because today is Black Friday. Black Friday is also a holiday in the States for us. So if you guys, if you enjoy these videos, go over to the Podium, check out some of our articles, browse through some of our players and coaches and teams that are connected with us. Follow us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. I think we're on LinkedIn. I'm not 100% sure about that one. But yeah, definitely. And if you're one of those guys who are a part of a team and you want your team to get some A1 type players who actually get vetted, definitely head over to the Podium or send me a personal email. I actually got to put this up there too. You can send me a personal email, guys. I'm a person. I'm not I guess, what is it, like a robot? You can send me an email to vincent@thepodium.com. And I'll do anything in my power to help anyone that's involved with American football. I promise you that. That's what we're doing right now. We're talking to different players, different coaches from around the world. I'm in Finland. I've been talking to people in the States, people in Sweden, obviously. I think we talked to someone in Australia a couple of weeks ago. I haven't got to like Asia yet, but I assume that eventually I will. So that's the show, man. This is Friday, so you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back next week on Tuesday. I'm not sure who we're going to have yet, but go to the Podium on Facebook. Tuesday, we'll be live. You'll see the videos. Check you guys later. Again, Josh Akena, thanks for being on today. We appreciate having you.
Thanks for having me.
Look forward to seeing you next year somewhere, either in Sweden, Finland, any country, balling out at linebacker. Hopefully, wherever you go, you get your number 5, right? Is that
5? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
So save the number. Save the number.
5. All right. You guys have a good one.
All right. Take care. 666.